Okay, hi everyone. This is my second video of me reading chapter 15 of Dealing with Dragons. Of course she's sure, Eleonora said. Kazul's going to need her even more than she did before, and Simrine wouldn't be happy in a normal kingdom. How did you know that? Simrine said, staring at Eleonora. It's obvious. Lindenwall is about as normal as a kingdom as you can get. If you ran away from there, you certainly wouldn't be happy anywhere like it. I didn't mean that part, Simrine said, reddening slightly. I meant about Kazul wanting me to stay. Well, that was obvious too, Eleonora said. You're the only one who was worried about it. She studied Simrine for a minute and shook her head. I like how Eleonora's like, I wouldn't like being princess for the king of the dragons, but it will suit you down to the ground. I think it will, Simrine said, smiling. Then maybe you can tell me something, the Stone Prince said. What's being done about the wizards? Well, they've been banned from the Mountains of Mourning, and there are 100 or so dragons out checking to make sure they've gone, Simrine replied. They haven't had much luck, I'm afraid. Most of the wizards left after the first few got eaten. That's all, said the prince. Well, what else can the dragons do? The wizards didn't actually poison King Takaz. Warog did that. So there's no justification for an all-out attack on the headquarters of the Society of Wizards, even if all the dragons agreed that they wanted to do it, which they don't. I suppose you're right, the prince said, but you better tell Kazul to keep a close eye on them. Those wizards will make more trouble just as soon as they figure out a way to do it. I don't know about that, Simran said. I think Zeminar was behind most of it, and you melted him. That's it, Eleonora said, and snapped her fingers. I almost forgot to tell you. Morwen and I talked for a long time yesterday, and she says that melting a wizard isn't permanent. You mean they all come back? Simran asked. Eleonora nodded. It will take them a while, though, and Morwen said for you to come and visit soon. She thinks that in a few days she'll figure out a way of melting wizards without dumping soapy water all over them. A method that's a little less sloppy, was the way she put it. That will be useful if the wizards start making trouble again, Simran said thoughtfully. Is this everything, Eleonora? The Stone Prince asked, gesturing at the suitcase. Yes, I think so. Eleonora pulled the top of the suitcase over, and the Stone Prince set one foot very gently in the middle of it and pushed until the latch clicked. Where are you going first? Simran asked. His kingdom or yours? Neither, Eleonora said, smiling. We're going to Morwen's. She said she could change him back from stone to normal. We asked Kazul last night if we could go out through the caves of fire and night, and she said yes, so... I don't know, Eleonora, the Stone Prince said. I'm beginning to get used to myself this way, and there are certain advantages. There are disadvantages, too, Eleonora said, blushing slightly. Oh, my God! As Cimarine began to giggle, oh, my God. Ooh, like making out with Rock. That's probably not any fun. Eleonora's blush deepened. How are you going to get rid of that chip in your sleeve if you can't change clothes? I think I see what you're getting at, the Stone Prince replied, eyeing Eleonora meditatively. And you're quite right. There's no comparison. We'd better see Morwen as quickly as possible. Eleonora and Cimarine looked at each other and burst into unstoppable giggles. The Stone Prince blinked at them. It's not funny, he said indignantly, which only made them giggle harder. Shaking his head, he waited for them to stop, then picked up Eleonora's suitcase. Shall we go? Simrine walked with him to the iron gate that led into the caves of fire and night. A purplish dragon was waiting to guide them through the caves. Kazul was taking no chances on Eleonora and the Stone Prince getting lost. Simrine hugged them both and wished them a safe journey. And I hope you live happily ever after. I hope you do too, Eleonora called back as she and the Stone Prince followed the dragon through the gate. Oh, I'll miss them, because what if they're not in the next book? Simrine watched until they were out of sight, then started back toward Kazul's caves. She thought about Morwen and the wizard melting spell, and about Zeminar and Natural and the other wizards who would somehow be back soon. She thought about Kazul, and about straightening out the treasure vaults that belonged to the King of the Dragons, and about all the hundreds of books in the King's library, and all the problems that the King of the Dragons would have to deal with. She thought about Eleonora's last words and smiled. Happily ever after? Simrine wasn't sure about that, though she was certainly hoping to enjoy herself. She was positive, however, that life with the dragons would be interesting and busy, and in Simrine's opinion they would go a long way toward making her happy. Happily ever after? I don't think it's quite what you meant, Eleonora, Simrine murmured to the empty tunnel, but one way or another, I rather think I will. Oh my God, that's the end. That's the end of it. Oh my God. I love that. She chooses to be happy. It's not fate. She's just fated to be happy. She's like, no, I'm going to make that choice myself. Oh my God, I get to read this next. Not just yet, but I will. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. That book is, oh my God, literally unprepared for that. Completely unprepared for that. Thank you.